Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smokey Designs, and welcome to this week's Hump Day Hustle. Today, instead of, something misfit or something crazy or something, we're gonna have a new pattern ply drop. And this is a big one. This is over 100 different sheets here, and it is very outside of the box for me because it's like minimalistic, neutrals. That has been a big gap in our library of pattern ply because obviously nothing about minimalistic or neutral is me. I'm totally a maximalist all the time. But there is a huge need for that. We get a lot of different requests. These are going to be beautiful for anything really classic, wedding season. These are great for if you just want a little touch of something with your outfit, but not big, bold, bright colors, because not everybody likes that. These are for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, we offer each of these patterns in a range of colors, and we've given everything very Zen, meditation sort of names because they are very calming. So let's get started. The first pattern that I have for you is called this is Quiet Orbits. So this is one of my favorites in this entire collection. And like I said, we are offering every one of these in a range of colors. So I'm going to give you just a taste of what that looks like here for Quiet Orbits. So you can see, look at all these really nice neutrals in here. Like I said, we've given them very meditation-worthy names, things like Hushed Mauve, Blue Haze, Soft Clay, things like that. But for layman's terms, I'm just gonna say we've got like a terracotta style orange. We've got like a real sage green. Very, very pretty colors, very modern, but also very timeless at the same time. And I just wanted to show you, I brought my smoke scale with me. Most of these patterns, when they are cut small, are going to look just so different and so pretty. So you see the overall full sheet, but I'm going to show you, if you were to cut earrings with this, look at how pretty that looks here in a teardrop style shape, or also if you want to do like a stud or a circle before your drop, things like that. Just how pretty these sheets will be for earrings and things of that nature as well. So remember, with any of the sheets with a pattern, think about how they will look cut down. So that is just the first one. I also have for you, the dots have been so popular. So we thought, well, what can we do? We've been doing them in pretty jazzy kind of colors. How can we bring the dots, but put them for this type of drop? Let's see. Wait till you see this array of colors. Wait until you see, because some of these are so good. Here we go. Check out the dots in this array of colors. We have, see if I can get it on the screen there. Look at how pretty these are. Some of them have black for contrast, some have the white. Just really, really pretty. All these different dots. I think my favorite is going to be, honestly, it's this Hushed Mauve with the black dots. I absolutely love that. And we really tried to make it so that all of these colors would coordinate really well. So you can mix and match if you're like, wow, I really like that Hushed Mauve, but I also like this one. They all really coordinate. So you could make earrings or some other piece with a mix of these and get a really nice color palette. They're also the same colors used throughout. So if you want to mix and match your patterns, but stay in that same color, you can do that as well. This next one is called Drifting Ferns. Let me show it to you in just two of the colors we've got here. You can see, look at how the black pops on that versus the white, but we have it in all of those same colors as well. So this is another really, really pretty one. And I didn't show you this blue yet, the Blue Haze. Look at how beautiful that blue is. Very, very pretty. That could be your something blue for wedding season. So think about that, because that is right around the corner. This next one, this was another one of my personal favorites. This is Still Weave. It gives you the look of plaid, but it's more modern. It's a modern take on a plaid, and it kind of like, it looks a little, you know, it's woven. So let me show you some of these. Like, look, I love this. Look how pretty that is. Versus, here's your green. This is your quiet fern color. So all of these will be identified by pattern as well as color. So you can see how pretty those are as something like an earring. That's really, I mean, obviously you can think outside the box on these, make whatever you want, but the main motivation behind a lot of these and with the scaling is earrings. I think these are going to be really, really nice for earrings. This next one is called Fanfare, and you can see it's more of a fan type pattern. Again, in a wide range of colors. Let me pull out some highlights for you. You can see that same pattern in all these different really, really pretty neutrals. Very, very modern neutrals. Here's another one like the dots that's been really popular and we've done in bright colors. Something else is the diagonal stripes. We've really only done that in real vibrant colors, real Christmassy colors, but we have decided to expand that with all of these beautiful neutrals. Something else to consider with these are all full coverage. And you may have noticed that we now offer the full coverage patterns with that Cosmic Kisses core. So what that means is you could order this pattern. Let me just pick one. I'll pick this one. And you can order it on this sparkling core, and it just gives it, I've got a misfit sheet of sparkle here, so it was high the edge. It dropped off the shelf, that's why I have it here. But you can see, if you order these on that Cosmic Kisses core, it adds just that little bit. So you still have the minimalist look, but you then add that little bit of shine. So maybe it's for the maximal minimalist. So you can see this is with that Venus dust core. You can do any of them, but we've got, like, I'll do this one because it's more vibrant. This is the Astral Ice. This one's been very popular with y'all. So you could jazz up these patterns with that Astral Ice to just add a little bit of flair to these. And all of the Cosmic Kisses that we offer as the cores are very neutrally colored, so they will work with a lot of these. Just give it that little touch of sparkle, I think is so pretty. The next one is Dainty Garden. So here is a nice little leafy floral here. Nice linear art, again, in that range of colors. This next one is called Cirque, and this has just, you know, sort of a free form, sort of, a lot of these are just real abstract-y type shapes, things like that. I really like this one in the fern. Look how pretty that is. Very, very pretty. Following that, we have, what is this called? Oh, Peaceful Garden. Very zen. So let's see. I'll fan these out for you. You can see the range of colors in Peaceful Garden. I'm going to, just for the ease of viewing on video, I'm going to show you this darker one. Look at this, how beautiful this is. Let me get it to focus. There it is. You can see how pretty that is. Very, very dainty, and then that's a really great one. They all are, but just think about that with earrings. If you make anything really, really tiny, this is a great, great pattern for that. I think you'll really, really be happy with it. Next is one that we are offering in 2 different sizes. We have Still Flora, which is this first one, and then Still Flora Micro for those who want something smaller. The Still Flora, again, I'm going to pick one of the darker ones so that you can see it on the camera because my lighting, I keep it so bright. But you can see here, it has more of a tropical flair, in my opinion, for this one. But it's very, very pretty. And then we have that one as well in the micro version. So you can see if you make very dainty things, but you like the pattern, you can then go with the micro version of that. Next one is Spring Garden. This one's a little bit different. This one has a little bit of a pop of color, and by pop of color, it's more of like an ivory. So, but it looks so good. Look at how pretty these are. These are just so pretty. And like I said, this kind of color scheme is not typically something that I wear, but I appreciate it. Like, I think these are very, very pretty. I think this with like a black dress would be so pretty. But these are very spring, very beautiful. Next we have Bloom. This is going to be another patterny one. You can see here, more circular in all the colors. This feels very, all of these. Last year when we had the Smoke Fest tour, we were fortunate enough to be able to go to Magnolia, Joanna Gaines' place, which I used to, back when Casey and I first bought our house, when we were newlyweds and we bought our house, we used to watch all the HGTV just to try to learn how to fix up our house. And we actually have a shiplap wall in the house because of that show. But it's this whole color scheme and these patterns, like it really fits in with that aesthetic, that sort of farmhouse it fits in with, but it also fits in with a very, very modern style as well, very like angular and things like that. The last one I have here in this stack is, this one is Modern Halo. And you can see how this guy looks in the range of colors. We also have two oddball ones where we are offering them not in the full range of colors, and that's only because they didn't test out as well. The contrast wasn't as good with the daintiness of the pattern, so we decided to just offer it in the more bold colors here. And that we have Deco Fans, which I love anything Art Deco inspired. Look how cute that is. As well as, this is Whisperberry. There you go. So that's Whisperberry. It's like that whole Snosberry. Who ever heard of a Snosberry? Who's ever heard of a Whisperberry? It is a Smoky Hill original, and you can see how pretty that is as earrings. We also, but wait, there's more. We are also offering several of these. Not all. It was another one where we tested it and we were like, in scattered. So you can see here, I've got your, this is that tropical-y one. What was it called? Still Flora. It's in black, which looks so good. Do I have it here? Hang on. I have a random sheet. I have a random sheet of turquoise. That's going to be my guinea pig here. But you can order this, remember, on any of the color cores. But check that out. Look at that just on the turquoise. Just a random sheet I had laying here. But imagine, like, we have all the different pastels, and we've got all the bold, solid colors. We've got the glitter. We've got the mirror. Think about these patterns on those other core options. And as I posted on Facebook the other day, I am literally taking every single scattered pattern we have and overlaying it on all those different core options to decide what to bring to Smokefest. And I have been so surprised by some of these. For example, just this morning, I was looking at the neutral trees and reindeers, I think it was, and I put it on top of the neon purple, and it looked great. Never in a million years would I have selected that, just thinking about it, which is how we've done Smokefest before. I've looked at them and been like, I think this is going to work really well on this, or I've seen it on this before. I'm starting from scratch. I'm just trying it on all of them and seeing what looks good. So you will know that everything we've got there has been hand curated for you. So please come to Smokefest, because there's going to be some really good ones there for you to choose from. Here's a different one. Check this one out. This one, I do not know the name. I do not remember what we have named this one. There's 100 different ones here. I do not remember, but check for it. It's probably something involving ferns or feathers if I were a betting woman, but I cannot remember. They're all blending together at this point. But we have a selection of these. Look at how beautiful this is. I love this. Oh my goodness. This on like the pastel pink. I love that. Absolutely love that. See here, so you'll see these scattered options on the website, and then we did a couple of them in white as well. So you can see here's that same Still Flora again, and then here's that one, I can't remember what it's called, but they are super pretty and super customizable. So if you are going to do this for wedding season and you have a bride that has a very particular color set, this would be a great way for you to achieve that using the different color cores, mixing and matching with these. So, for example, we've got a whole range of colors in these, but we don't really have any like brights. But if you want this paired with something bright, order it scattered on something bright, and you can get whatever look you're looking for. So I hope you enjoy this week's Hump Day Hustle, because I really do. I think these fill a huge missing gap. It seems like, how do we have a missing gap? There's like thousands of patterns, but we do. And it's always the neutrals and the minimalistic types of patterns. And I think these are especially excellent for that. So let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for watching.